Welcome to the Secret Agent Simulation and Instruction Training Facility, also known as Sassi. My name is Secret Agent Stone Fox. Each week, our trainees are shown stories of real-life heroes in history in order to build their understanding of being the best secret agent they could be. I am back with our 6th training simulation for trainee X3B in order to properly train him to become the newest secret agent to graduate from the Sassi program. Agent X3B?
Hold on, I'm almost done solving this puzzle.
What are you working on now?
Why, thank you for asking. I'm working on solving a puzzle, but I can't seem to find all the pieces and hidden words that match together. I'm really having a hard time.
We don't have all the time in the world, so we must move on. Now, when you're becoming a secret agent, it's important that you understand how to see the small details. When we are given a case, you need to know how to not just see the big picture, but what's little and right in front of you. What makes an agent great is when you're able to see the little details. If you overlook a fingerprint or something that was moved in a scene that you're observing, you might miss exactly what you were looking for. Today's simulation will take us to see someone that needs to focus on the small things. Into the simulation we go.
Simulation activated. Scanning.
Today's mission focus, Gideon. Our mission objective, defeat the Midianites. Special skill, seeing the small details.
Gideon had a mission. His mission objective was to save Israel from the hands of the Midianites. In Judges chapter 6, 14 through 16, it says, "Then the Lord turned to him and said, 'Go with the strength you have and rescue Israel from the Midianites. I am sending you.' 'But Lord,' Gideon replied, 'how can I rescue Israel? My clan is the weakest in the whole tribe, and I am the least in my entire family.' The Lord said to him, 'I will be with you, and you will destroy the Midianites as if you were fighting against one man.' Gideon argued with God for a little while before he was confident that he could take down the Midianite army. Gideon doubted that God actually called him to this. We are still a little bit away from Gideon actually fighting because God spoke to him and said, 'You have too many warriors with you. If I let all of you fight the Midianites, the Israelites would boast to me that they have saved themselves by their own strength. Therefore tell the people, whoever is timid or afraid may leave this mountain and go home.' So 22,000 of them went home, leaving only 10,000 who were willing to fight.
Only 10,000? That's still a lot of soldiers. They were definitely gonna win.
Exactly. But the Lord told Gideon, 'There are still too many. Bring them down to the spring, and I will test them to determine who will go with you and who will not.' When Gideon took his warriors down to the water, the Lord told him, 'Divide the men into 2 groups. In one group, put all those who cup the water in their hand and lap it up with their tongues like dogs. In the other group, put all those who kneel down and drink with their mouths in the stream.' Only 300 men drank from their hands. All the others got down on their knees and drank with their mouths in the stream. It was important that God gave Gideon less and less soldiers. Why do you think? It was to make sure that Gideon was truly relying on God's strength and there would be no denying that God was with them when they won against the Midianites. If they had a huge army, they could have forgotten about God and said that they did it on their own, which was not true. The Lord told Gideon, 'With these 3 men I will rescue you and give you victory over the Midianites. Send all the others home.' Now that Gideon only had 300 men to fight the Midianites, he had to be smart about how he would attack. Gideon had a dream from God that showed him just how to attack. He divided the men into groups of 100. It was just after midnight, after the changing of the guard, when Gideon and the 100 men with him reached the edge of the Midianite camp. Suddenly, they blew the ram's horn and broke their clay jars. Then, all 3 groups blew their horns and broke their jars. They held the blazing torches in their left hands and the horns in their right hands, and they all shouted, 'A sword for the Lord and for Gideon!' The Midianites awoke from their sleep in a panic, running around the camp unsure of what to do as they began to attack each other out of panic. The ones who were not killed by their own soldiers ran to escape, but they didn't make it far.
Simulation complete.
It was more important for God's glory to be shown more than the actual victory. God needs us to trust Him in the small things and the big things. God did big things in small details. Gideon found his strength in the small details. Our bottom line is that heroes find strength in the strategy. With the smaller army, it ended up being better than Gideon could have ever planned on his own. You just earned a new gadget for today's challenge.
Ooh, this will help me so much. Earlier, I couldn't see the details and I was missing so much. Now I can see it all and be able to solve the puzzle.